So here I'm going to start painting my, silicone rubbering the forearms to the Guyver 3. And I've got enough Tyvek in there because it's not falling out. But it's enough to be brushed on, which is exactly what you want. Which is about, in 10 ounces, maybe a little bit less than a capful. So just want to make sure that it go into all the crevices, because this is the base silicone coat. So all the little grooves gotta be, it's gotta have silicone rubber pushed in. That way it's a nice smooth mold with no gaps, no bubbles, that kind of stuff. Now I use this stuff because natural rubber doesn't hold up to heat. So if I'm going to be using a resin that cures in a manner that it's going to heat up, which is damn near most resins that are out there, it's not the best thing to use natural rubber because you're not going to get that many applications out of your mold. If you're doing one-time mold, fine, use that. But if you're looking to have something that you're going to be doing for several, several, and I'm talking 50 plus, or even 20 plus, you'd want to use something that's not natural. Now I mixed 10 ounces of Mold Max 30 Smooth-On's silicone. Now they do make other kinds of molding rubber, but they also take a lot longer to cure between coats. This only takes 2 hours before I can apply another coat, so which totally fits the bill. Some of them take as much as 16 hours to cure, and that's a long bloody time when you're trying to get some of this stuff up and going. So now I'm gonna go past the actual gauntlet, because this is a slosh mold, and it's good to actually have it further up than the edge. That way when you go to swish the resin around, it doesn't splash onto you and so on and so forth. So it's good to have a little bit of over. This is maybe a bit of overkill because it's only like almost 3 inches past the actual mold, but it'll be rewarding in the end. So all I'm doing is applying a thin coat that will cover the entire piece, including the spikes, and that once it's done and having dried after a couple hours time, I'll be able to just paint right over it, or use the paintbrush to apply a thicker coat directly over top, and I won't have to worry about any additional prep work. Now you'll notice on this I have actually made the spikes and the wrist guard already out of plastic. Wrist guard's not mandatory. I already had it made because I had had another idea for it that didn't pan out, so I still ended up using it for this one. But the spikes, there's no way to do this properly without accident with clay spikes. So I went ahead and did them already. My videos are already up on those, and it's just a lot easier. Like, I couldn't even do this with a clay spike. There'd be already a mark in it, and I'd have to try to fix it while I'm applying this. Not an option. So 10 ounces should do this just nicely. I used 20 for a helmet, and I figured 10 would be a nice safe number. Plus it's a lot easier to figure the proportions as far as how much Tyvek, and since Mold Max is a 1-to-1 ratio between part A and part B, all I have to do is put 1 ounce of the bright pink stuff, or the dark pink stuff. I can't remember. This is part B, I think. I don't really care. And this is also really handy to have, like a piece done on a rotating stand like this, because you don't have to go around walking. You can sit down, relax, and you can just spin the thing wherever you need it, and it makes total sense. Rather than having it all on a standing mannequin, it's doable, but it's more back-breaking work, and who really needs that anyway? And this stuff doesn't drip. It is absolutely fantastic product. I can't say enough good stuff about this. It's easy to mix. If you're not sure, you can start by, using little drips and such, and then mixing it in, and you'll start to notice right away when it's thickening up. And basically you mix enough that the silicone doesn't run out of the bucket upside down like I did earlier. That's a pretty safe gauge. Like, they give you percentages and all that stuff on the smooth on the actual paperwork itself. That's fine, you can use that if you want. I used it once or twice, and after that you pretty much know how much to use and how much is a waste, because it'll be just too thick and not good for a base coat. So now we're going to go in and make sure all the spikes get covered properly. Now this is the short spikes version, before you even ask the question. And yes, there will be a long spike version. What I may end up just doing is making the spikes separately, and pouring another mold, cutting the short ones out, and making an attachment to get the larger ones in, where the lighting system is already built into the spikes and just have to be set into the model. So they will be lit up, because otherwise it's kind of pointless to have them. I'm probably going to be using EL lighting for doing the spikes, because it just makes sense. It's simple, it's easy, it's cost effective, and I'm going to check the time here to see if I'm over already or not. Let's have a look. It's time gauge. There's a minute left. And since I haven't been put on YouTube's partner yet, I'm gonna have to leave you guys in a few about 20 seconds or so, and I'll come back when I put the second coat on. Right now the first coat is almost completely on there, so 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Once you know what you're doing, not a big deal.